Welcome everybody. Today we have to go a session for better product experiences using our product 3D Plus. Uh, we have to go through our agenda today. So we just starting with about overview about company and the problem statement, why we pick for this idea, why build this product, and what is a product of 3D Plus features and functionalities. How do we get started for this product? And we plan for a demo. So we'll cover up most of the use cases there and benefits and the product, the what is the packages, and finally we are going to have a Q&A session. Since considering the fact I'm just skipping this Rails overview slides, I'm directly jumping into the problem statements, which we are all familiar with that. So the current problem statement, as we know, the commerce been there for a decades, more than a decade. A lot of sites still there, and we still the product images will be a static, multiple rotations and descriptions. It won't be more sufficient as technology grows. Like we need to be give a better experience in terms of buying a product, which is considering as a fact. So having said that, according to this statistics, like 60% of the customer experience have a challenges to see the accurate of the product, which they're not getting the personalization experience. So for considering that fact, the sales might be increasing and customer retention will be the question mark. And then there are a lot of other competitors coming there and establishing the brand loyalty. So those are the facts will be the considered. And the market opportunity, right? So when we see these solutions, we did the market research and the purchasing after the post pandemic, the online shopping experience is going more than a billions, and a lot of consumers good purchases going for 3.8 billions, and in the forecast for next 20-25 years it will go for trillions. It is considering both B2B and B2C market, and this product maybe go good fit for the B2B as well, like because there is a lot of configurations and creating a quote and purchasing journey. So the challenges right now, the bigger challenges for now, we know we have the product management system, but we don't have anything which is managed for the 3D assets, 3D management platforms, which we don't have. And the UI perspective in the product details page is one of the key challenges where customer decided to buy the product. They have a static images, descriptions, which is not giving in better experiences, and a lot of complex operations and managing these 3D assets and the personalization capabilities. Those are all the areas which is really missing there, which we go on considering this thought process, we come up with that solution. So from what we did after we come through this idea, so we did the research on the market and figured out what are our competitors who are playing this role in the past 5 to 6 years. So these are all the competitors where they're playing on it. It's each and everyone have a different things. Some people only giving in 3D objects. Some people will give the integration of commerce. Some people only do for personalization experiences. So after we learned the detailed study of these guys and we put our product roadmap, what are the features can be considered as a phase one and phase two deliverables according to the marketing trend. So now we get into the overview of our product. So the basic, the 3D process is said. So we think of the better product experience. Instead of 2D images, we are going to give the better 3D appealing of the product, basically like how it really looks and how you feel it. The buying a product from the real shop, right? The shop experience. That's what it given all 360-degree view of the product, and it will give the rotation, and it will give a configuration also what you can have. You can maybe personalize your product, what are the informations you want to be there, and you can able to customize it. The customization is one of the thing is a bigger challenges in online, but now we break it down into a pieces. You can do decorations, you can upload your pictures, you can do everything in the online. It can be delivered. As we said, thought of it will start the practices. The practices will consider in multiple factors. The key thing which we are thinking of is 3D artists and 3D peoples, which they can be able to see how the products can be designed, matured in their way, and we identify the technology challenges, what's going on, right? So now you would have heard about a lot of about metaverse and other stuff. Yes, we went through all these technologies, studied, and we picked up most of the open source things and considered building this one. And we've been there. The major challenges for is the PIM to managing this 3D asset. So we build as an asset management, which is similar to the PIM. So this is just a given high level glimpses. We can go see in the demo about this product. So you can able to see build the complete the product. How will be the your backend will looks like your PIM. So 3D PIM we consider 3D product configuration management tool. So this can be allowed to configure, create your product, manage your digital assets, and create a configuration tool. So the basically when it comes 3D, the 3D comes it always has three aspects. One is like generating a 3D assets. Another one is like a configuration of the rules, business rules, what I'm going to give offer to the customer, what are the rules, this colors or this price or these are all the textures I can put it. So those are all the informations will be configured. And then third is will integrate with your digital medias, like anything, it's your e-commerce site or your marketing site or your salesperson take it into the iPad and you can show in front of the customer. That is the one best example of B2B. So you can go to the salesperson and show like, okay, these are all the items, these are all the products, we can configure it. And we are working on it with the metaverse, and as well as we are trying to add an AR and VR features as well. I will show you in the roadmap slides what we are thinking of it. So this architecture, right? So next challenges with us like design the product. So when we're designing the product, we consider what is the latest tech stack. So we build using this cloud native architecture, which is a completely microservice API cloud based platform. And we added, as you see, the third point is MHS -L. That means we try to put in low code. Low code means when you do considering for an integrations, we want to only think of adding our client SDKs, which can be integrated, only playing with the themes, which is related to the user experience themes and user experience journey related to your business. Rest others will be there, all the configurations only. So we pick the latest open source tools and our partnerships. So we build that tools. It will consider about hosted in the cloud SaaS based project. So I'll hand out to Pooja. So she will talk about that product features and next step. Pooja.
Thank you, Mahavir. As Mahavir mentioned, there are multiple challenges and problem statements that businesses are facing nowadays while giving 3D modeling and customization experience. In order to overcome all these different challenges and problem statements, we have come up with some outstanding features within our product. The very first one is a dashboard view. With the help of dashboard view, you will be able to see different kind of reports for your ongoing product 3D product request. Secondly, it's we have a workflow management. With the help of workflow management, you will get a live status of the products that are currently undergoing under 3D conversion life cycle. Then we have a project management. Using project management, you will have different kind of roles and user groups, and this will help you create your own teams and organizations. That definitely will help businesses manage their resources under one solution. It is a kind of a highlight of our solution wherein the product request creation will be very easy with easy image uploads. 3D and customization under one roof. This feature you can create your own product with flexibility to choose different kind of materials, textures, values that you can have for your end users. And no need to worry about the product stocks and inventory anymore because you will be able to create product and customization rule definitions through our solution based on your stock and inventory directly. With the help of global library, you will be able to manage all kind of different 3D objects, its assets, textures, materials, and you can of course you reuse them when and wherever needed for different kind of products. Mavir, could you please go to the next slide? Now, let me explain how the system flow will happen, where you can integrate your 3DD Plus portal with different e-commerce platforms. Once you start integrating your e-commerce platform with 3DD Plus portal, it has a capability to pull all the products from your commerce platform within the portal, using which you can start your 3D modeling journey. Here you can see once you create all the product structure in ERP and commerce platform, at the storefront side, you will be able to see the list of products, and using the configuration rules that you have set up in your backend portal, you can set that if the product is customizable or not. And your products can be stocked product or custom products, whichever it is applicable for customization. And you can start customizing your product, and you will be able to see all the 3D models using our 3D Plus portals. Using the powerful SDKs that we have, you can start customizing the product with the help of different customization rules. And once it is done, you can continue with your normal checkout journey and purchase the desired customizable product. Business user will also have a capability to change and correct any design in the backend portal editor at any point of time if they feel the 3D product is not up to the mark, or you need to have some kind of additional settings to make it more realistic. This is an end-to-end systems flow where you would like to add 3D modeling and customization using our 3D Plus portal. Mahavir, if you could just go to the next slide, please. As Mahavir mentioned, our solution supports most of the e-commerce platforms, including SAP Commerce, BigCommerce, Adobe Commerce, Magento, Salesforce, Commerce Tools, and many more to name. The integration with e-commerce can happen within 2 to 3 weeks of time based on your requirements and our solution. Mahavir, could you go to the next slide, please? These are a very high level 3DD plus FAQs that, of course, when you start looking into our product, you might have lot many questions, how you can start with the solution, how you can onboard yourself within the solution, how you can create projects and different team members. So we are very flexible. You can start with the 14 days of free trial, or you can contact us and we can help you out with, POC of one of your product, and we can let you know how the product will look realistic within the 3D modeling. And again, what requirements do we need from your side? You can share the high resolution pictures of your product with us, and we will provide you the 3D models on the top of that. The process takes based on the flexibility and the complexity of the product. So based on your product requirement, we can take up to minimum 1 day or maximum of 3 days as well. And as I mentioned, it is very easy to integrate your our product within your e-commerce website. You just have to get the APIs, and we can connect with your APIs with our portal, and you're good to export all the products within our portal, and you can start your journey. You can create the configuration rules in our back office editor based on your requirements. So for example, if you want to configure the number of colors, number of textures that you want to show to your customer, so that the customer will be able to see those different colors and textures, so that flexibility also we have, and you can actually restrict all those kind of configuration rules from our backend portal. Cost of the solution, there are three packages, and Mahavir will also explain it at the end of the demo, how the packages are working within our 3D Plus portal. How the support works, we have all infrastructure, enabled with us. We will also give you different kind of user manuals, how you can use the portal. And meanwhile, in any point of time, if you feel the journey is you're not able to complete the journey, or you're facing any issues, you can contact us at any point of time. Mahavir, could you go to the next slide, please? I'll give you a demo of a few of the use cases within our back office portal, how you can create products, how you can create different models and the customization rules. I will also show you a project management and workflow management, how you can create projects, organization in teams for yourself, for your own client, how there is a library view, and how you can reuse different kind of textures and everything within library. And the product SDKs, of course, where I will demo different products like, cap, shoes, and there are different kind of products that you will be able to see within our POC link. Let me quickly share my screen now. So is my screen visible clearly to everyone?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Pooja.
Okay. Thank you,
Yes.
everyone. So this is a backend portal that I was just mentioning about. You can see different features over here, so I will just start with a very important features, like you have different kind of my profile section, project, organization, and teams. So this is where you will be able to see different kind of users. So just to let you know, there are different kind of users that we're dealing with within our back office portal. The very first one is a business user. Business user is the one who will be actually using the portal to start the 3D product request. They can start using this portal, and the 3D request will be generated and it will be directly sent out to our 3D team. And secondly, we also have a 3D user. So 3D user, once any request has been submitted by a business user, 3D user will receive a kind of notification, or he will receive the request from business user, and 3D user can start working on his 3D modeling, and he can upload all those 3D models into our backend portal into the editor, and he can create the different models. As I mentioned, we also have a workflow management wherein he can, once the product has been, or the 3D model has been uploaded into the portal, it will go to the business user. So I'll show you the profile settings and project settings first. So this is how the my profile looks like. Then there are different projects that you can see over here, wherein whatever projects I have been tagged into, I will be able to see over here, and I can go ahead and select, create new project. On the top of that, we have organization and teams as well. So again, whatever organization and teams I have been tagged into, I will be able to see different kind of organization and teams over here. On the top of that, if you want to add any organization, you can start adding here different organization, and you can see different organizations with the teams, team members, and the numbers that have been added into this. So this is a kind of project management, or a project settings kind of a screen. Again, let me show you the project settings. This is where you can start creating your CMS configuration, commerce configuration. So as I mentioned before, there are multiple e-commerce platform that you can connect to with the help of our portal. You just need to start connecting by adding different kind of API endpoints, and you're good to connect with your e-commerce platform. Once you connect it, all the products that are within your e-commerce, those will get imported into our back office portal. So you don't need to create any kind of request from the scratch. You can just get those product within our portal, and you can just add additional information, and you can start with your 3D product request. If you do not have a API.
One minute, Pooja. Yeah. So here, like what we are trying to achieve here, as I said, there's a low code platform. So most of the platforms, not like only e-commerce, everywhere now dealing with an API. So if you have your API endpoints and keys, you can connect. Once it is connected, connection established, then you can able to pull your catalog, your product data, product information. Where bare minimal, we needed all angle of images, basic informations, we can get it from the respective product catalogs. Right now, we focus only for an e-commerce side. Of course, it can be expanded in at another side, PIM system and ERP platforms too. It will be similarly and vice versa. So we generate our API. Can I go to API clients, Pooja? So we have our API client section. So we are also exposing our APIs, endpoints, what are the features you want to connect. These are all the microservices which we built it. So these endpoints can be utilized by other ends also. Like if you want to connect your e-commerce with our API, you can connect and you can fetch the product, add the product also. So it will be working in bi-directional and seamless integrations also. In this architecture which we meant, we have the three components: this microservice hosted in cloud, and we have a complete headless. This backend, whatever you guys are saying about it, is just only the UI. There is no business logics there. It is tightly connected with all the APIs. And similarly, the configurator page, that is also integrated with the API. So you can easily play with that. Even if a business want to change this look and feel also, they have a provision to change everything based on their business needs. Got it.
Okay. Um, As I mentioned, I have logged in as a business user at this moment. So if I want to start my 3D modeling journey, as a business user, I can start adding a different product request from here. I just have to add a product name if there is any category, if there are any specific structure or the texture that client wants to have on the top of his product, he can start adding those different images over here. So for the 3D modeling, we require our high resolution pictures from different angles. So we ask client or a business user to add images from different angles so that we can create as realistic as we can the 3D models for that particular product. Then you have a code. This code can be the same article number or SKU number that you're using in your e-commerce, and there are different kind of property names and value names that you have to add as a part of configuration rule. So to give you an example over here, I'll just take a example of cap. In cap, you have different kind of parts, right? You have crown, you have visor, you have button, you have eyelids. So have if you have multiple kind of buttons, if you have multiple kind of visors, you can just go ahead and add a property as a visor. Then I'll have a value name as curve visor or a flat visor, and you can start. If you want to have a image, you can just add the image over here for that particular visor that you want to show it on your storefront. So this is how you can start your journey. And we have kept two additional features. If you feel that at this moment I do not have enough information for my product request, you can just save it and you can come back later and you can again add additional. And as soon as you have all information ready, at that time itself you can submit the request, and this request will be submitted to the 3D user, and 3D user will receive it, and he will be able to see all the details and properties and values. Based on your information provided, he will start creating the 3D models. So this is how you can start your journey for the 3D product request. Then again, I was talking about library. For the demo purpose, we have only added textures. So there are these different textures that you can currently see at this moment. These are all dummy textures for the demo purpose. The main purpose of the library is that all the textures that you are adding over here, this is kind of a global library. So if you have multiple product requests that you have added, and there are different textures that you have added, all those textures will come over here. And if there is a possibility that for one cap I have used two textures, but I would like to use the same texture for other cap, but maybe the shape is different, then you don't need to work on texture again, and you don't need to upload any kind of texture. 3D team does not need to create any kind of textures again. They can just reuse the textures that they have added into the library on the new product as well. And this can happen for all kind of products. This is flexible enough to have different kind of textures reusability factor over here. So this is all about global library. Then I will simply.
Yeah,
Yes,
one more thing.
Mavish.
So here, they will talk about textures and materials for all 3D board. That's the key aspect. So the business users down the line, once you go live, so you plan to introduce a new more designs, new more materials, so they can easily come and upload, configure it here, and they can change the business rules behind the scenes in the editor section, how to map the new rules. So that's where like the new stuff, new product launches or new product designs can be happened in real quick actually. So Pooja, and one more thing, can you go to the product list and show how the existing products also configured? Because most of the time you showed the new product
Yep.
which don't have the properties, values and all. So we show those informations how the business users can be configured.
Yeah.
Update request can go to for an update request. Yep.
Yep.
So these informations can be pulled and there is a lot of configurations values will be maintained here, right? All the properties. I want my displays like that. I want this. So all the informations will be input to the 3D team or like we are in the progress of working to 2D to 3D conversion. So considering these inputs and take it and making the appropriate 3D modeling for the customers. So that's the key aspect which we are considering when we requesting for a product aspects. So as much as informations we can go and we'll get a more accuracy of the products and more realistic view of the products. Yes, please.
Yeah, as Mahavir rightly mentioned, as you can see, this is a perfect product wherein you can see a camera is having multiple kind of displays. It is having multiple kind of lens. It is having multiple kind of flash. So with the help of this, you can create different values for that particular part of the camera, and all those different kind of parts of the camera you can do the customization in the SDK with the help of this. So these properties and values will be based on the client requirement, like how many part or how many types of the styles he wants to create, and based on that he can go ahead and add the properties and values. I will quickly show you a demo how the 3D works within our portal with the help of our portal. So this is a demo website, and at the end of the presentation, we have added all the quick links that you can go through and you can play around on different products. I will quickly show you our recent, POC work. So if you can see cap, this cap has been configured in our 3dd plus backend portal, and you can see it from different 360 rotation. For because of the POC requirement, we kept it in this way. But of course, based on the client requirement, you can definitely do it in 360-degree. Any kind of rotation can be possible. So here you can see there are different panels. So when I'm saying panels, it means that these are the customization levels that have been set from the backend portal. Panels, eyelets, buttons, and stitches, all these are customizable, and we have added different kind of color combination that you can add on the top of this. So let me just quickly, add one of the color. So I'll maybe go for a same color for front crown, and for the background, I might go for some other color. So this is how you can go ahead and add, different kind of customization. So this is how my cap would look like for the crown. For the eyelets, again, there is again a requirement based on client if they want to keep the eyelet constant throughout the cap, or well, for this particular POC we have kept eyelet with different colors. Again, here you can just go ahead and add different colors. So I'll just go and show you how you can do it. So this is a kind of a deep level of customization that this particular cap is having. So there are different color combinations that you can add. And at the second level, these are all kind of customization piping. So you can add different kind of pipings. Again, I have kind of colors that I can add for the piping. I can also add different kind of stitching. So if you can see the stitching, then at the third level, as I mentioned, again you have different kind of visors, curve visor or sandwich visor or form visor. These visors also you can have different levels of customization, and you can have different levels of color combination. Then we had a kind of requirement for the decoration, so you can go ahead and add a kind of decoration for this. Or maybe what I'll do, I'll just go ahead and add my name over here. So if you can see, you will be able to see the name, and that also have different kind of sizes. Then you have a different kind of font. So if I want to add a different color, I can add the different color as well. So this is a level of customization that we have created. There are multiple locations that you can go for this particular product. Again, as I mentioned, we have this demo product already added on the demo.3dd plus. Second product, I will quickly show you for the again recent POC work. So this is one of the shoe. Again, this particular shoe has a different level of customizations. So there are almost 12 levels of customizations that you can do. When I say customization, you can add colors, and you also have a list of variants that you can play into. So if you just go here, we have two different variants. I'll just quickly show you this variant because it has multiple colors. So as I'm showing you, there are stitches. I'll just quickly show you how the stitches would get changed. Then you have a tongue. This is the tongue. Then you have side straps. So on in a nutshell, you have different levels of customization that you can configure from the backend portal. So this is the second product I wanted to highlight. You can also play around on this product in the demo.3d plus. Um, any
Yeah, the
questions
one
so far? Yeah.
someone raising an hands. In meanwhile, like I just want to highlight the one point here. So as you guys see the cap. the customizer experience and the shoe customizer experience is totally different, right? That's what we want to see as a low-code platform. This entire configurations, you don't need to spend much time. As Pooja mentioned, we can go as little as always coming from the background, backend portal, and you can create your own UI based on your business requirements. There is no restrictions as the considering the requirement as a key thing. You can design the product and you can create the UI as you need it.
So, I mean, I just had one thing. So if somebody like if wants to move right from the 2D, right, to like, this format, what type of things, I mean, do you need?
We need basically four in current right now how we are operating. Also, basically, we need four images in four angles. If we get an high resolution image, and we can take it up and we can create a 3D model.
Okay, so I mean, like, you just need the
Left, right,
front, left, right.
right, yeah, center and top. So if we need that images, we can bare minimal. We need at least the four angles of images which we need right now. But we are in the process to working as we discussed, so 2D to 3D conversions, which are also working after this. Lot of AI and ML solution comes out, we can be integrated. So as the first step, the creating a product, fetching from your catalog, all the images will be there already on the 2D images. Using that images, certain time interval, we can generate the 3D and we can review the part within our 3D team and publish it into the product. If you make that one, that will be like a good thing. Is someone raising an hand? Anyone have any questions? Okay, Pooja, you can go.
Yeah, just wanted to add on the top of what Mahavir just mentioned, because based on the client requirement, there have been times that they might want to see different kind of patterns and textures on their product. So if they would like to have that kind of deeper level of 3D modeling, they can just provide those textures or pattern images with us, and we can help them out to wrap them up on the 3D model so that they can see the 3D modeling detailing as well. So these are the two products. Coming back to the backend portal of our product 360, let me quickly show you how you can just quickly look into the 3D side. So as I mentioned, there are two different users. 3D users are the ones who are having additional settings that they can use to make the product more realistic. So if you can see, I just showed you one shoe over here, and this is the shoe that I will quickly show you that you can see currently on the demo 3D Plus website. As I was showing this particular shoe, this is getting rendered. The shoe that you just saw getting rendered from our back office portal, and this is a kind of a highlight of our portal. This is what we call as editor. There are different kind of settings that you can do. Let me quickly show you the product. So as you saw, these are the different kind of parts that are customizable, and you could see there are different kind of colors and everything that you were able to change. So again, based on the requirements, every part can be customizable, or the parts can be merged together, and then you can add the customization of colors or textures on the top of that. So if you can see here, there are stitches, tongue, blue strap, and lace. And the 3D team also have kind of additional settings wherein he can do the transform changes. So transform changes are nothing but, you can just change the scale of the product, wherein you can zoom in, zoom out, or make the size change of the product. Then there are different kind of materials. So these are different kind of materials or textures. This is majorly from the 3D perspective, wherein you just add different kind of mappings to make the product more realistic. Then you have different kind of colors. As I just mentioned, we have configured these different colors for the shoe. Then there are mesh settings. Again, this is more of a 3D term. There are different kind of maps that you have to create and add it on the or wrap it on the top of the 3D model to make it more realistic. Then as I showed you, there are different variants. There were two variants that which I just showcased. One was orange and one was black. So if you want to create a new variant, you can just create on the top of the current variant, and you can just go ahead and save a new variant. So if you can see at this moment, I'm using the orange variant, and you can see what colors or the textures that I have used for this particular variant. So if I just go for a tongue, let me just maybe take the one of the mesh side grip. I'll just go for a side grip. So if you can see here, I can just change the color of the side grip. If you can see, the color of the side grip is getting changed. Okay, just a moment. Seems to be some glitch at my side. So if you can see, the interior of the product is getting changed, and likewise you can just go ahead and add different kind of colors for this product, and you can just go ahead and save a variant, and again based on your article number or SKU number you can just go ahead and save a variant. So as I mentioned, there are these two variants that we have created for the POC purpose, and the one which I just showed you on this site, right? Those are the two variants that you can do play around on these two variants that we have configured in the 3dd plus portal. So any questions so far? I don't know, my screen is freezed actually, I can't see anyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
using the, I think one question, Pooja, over here. So using the backend portal, if you want to change the placements of different components, so we can also do that.
Yep. So the backend editor, whatever Pooja show, it's given considering the fact reusabilities and all those things. So the business users or 3D users, they can use existing designs and they can able to split the right now shoe we didn't have multiple components, but if you go for a cap and other stuff, you have multiple components created. So you can able to assemble yourself and create your own product also. It will be there in the editor. So editor will comes with the two versions. I think Pooja went for 3D user perspective. Yes, the business users have certain restrictions which they can able to see what kind of color, what kind of textures and materials only applied. But 3D users can be logged in and they can play with that and they reconstructing the complete objects, assembling together. That's what our main motto. So the 3D team will work generating a 3D assets, taking the 3D assets uploaded in our backend portal. Once uploaded that, they can using this editor, they can put together, assembling together all the parts, what is the end object is going to achieve. So based on the requirements, we can split it and the same components can be reused. It. Since the 3D user have visibility, which we have, we're assuming like Royal Sabir is going to do 3D, but the platform is provided, anyone can be onboarded as a 3D users also. But we can have the 3D users have a visibility to reuse even other projects as well to generate it. So that's why like we can streamline the delivery timelines as well. So they have a complete global view of the product, but if you have logged in an admin, you have an option to control it everything in terms of the workflow, in terms of the visibility of these things. It's a completely, the backend portal is work completely based on the user roles and permissions. It's have complete settings of all the roles and permissions.
Also on a layman language, basically there are two factors that we can look into. The first one is customization and second one is decoration, as Mahavir mentioned. Customization is nothing but you can actually change the different parts of the product. So if you're, to give an example again, if your cap is having multiple visors, you can just switch between different visors. And decoration is nothing but you can add different kind of colors, you can add different kind of textures. Plus if you want to have your own logo, your own branding, your own decoration or artwork on the top of that product, you can add it as a decoration. So you can consider it in two ways. One is customization, wherein you can actually start creating the product from the base with different parts joined together, and the second one is decoration, wherein you can add a beautification on the top of that product. Mahavir, I guess we are good. Any other product? Yeah.
Pooja, if you want to show the cabinets and other stuff also, just to give an glimpse.
Yep. 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 So this is another product that we have worked upon. This is a cabinet builder that you can create your own cabinetry from the scratch. You will have a room design with the help of our product. If you can see here, you have a different room, and of course you can also make changes based on your room structure. Here I will just go and add different interiors. I can just go and add different kind of doors, handles, accessories. For the POC purpose we have not added much. So you can see again, as I mentioned, room design, you can it is very flexible that you can change the room design of this particular room. Then you have different kind of lights, and once you have started adding different products within this particular room, you can add it to the cart. I will quickly show you the second one where I already have some predefined templates. So this is my bathroom builder. Even we have a bathroom builder wherein you can start adding different products in the bathroom from the scratch. We have different kind of showers, toiletry products, bathtubs, door windows, room designs. So here you can see you can move these products here and there, and based on your room dimensions or the bathroom dimensions, you can fit those products within that room, and you can see how it would look visually within your bathroom. So you can see we have different kind of taps, we have different kind of bathtubs, then we have different kind of door and windows. And one more highlight is that in order to make it more realistic, in the kitchen builder or the cabinet builder, cabinet room builder, you can have your own doors and windows, so that you can see how it would look. So we have all the products within this demo road 3dd plus. If you would like to go ahead and play around, we will be providing this link with you. Can just have a look around and come up with if you have any questions or queries.
I just give a glimpses of a roadmap, what we have done and what we are planning to do. So the black ones, which were green ones, it's already completed, and black ones we are planning to do, and especially like the visual design is one of the tool, one of the use cases we are getting from a lot of our customers, which is nothing but the editing of the current design, right? Lively from the end customer, the shoppers can go and design their logos and templates and other stuff. So that's we are building it up. It's already in progress. Maybe the next quarter we plan to release on. And similarly, we are building a 3D mobile native app also. Our site is already, our configurator page is already have a responsive design, but the native mobile app, we are trying to build it and customize it. So we want, especially this is for the salespersons, we're all going for the B2B scenarios, we're all going for the live sales. And AR, we are already worked on AR, and we are trying to work for VR, and the metaverse already in the part of the roadmap. And as we initially said, we have the packages. We have three types of packages: trial and classic enterprise packages. And trial, we give someone product of demo which can be used in various stuff. And the classic, it's minimum of 500 products which can be worked, and 50 GB of storage we can give. And then enterprise, it's completely unlimited. And the licensing cost and everything will be discussed when doing our proposals. That's last but not least how Royal Cyber can help in terms of the entire 3D experience journey. We have that UI UX design experience, 3D developers, and the best practices what we are going. And as we said, everything will be ready as quick as like maximum 2 to 3 weeks. We will be go live, and as well as all these SEOs and URLs can be optimized in terms of making the things. Any questions? Any questions, team?
Hey Marvin, this is Sumat, and so basically, I think you explained quite a few things already in terms of the roadmap. Just wanted to understand in terms of your in terms of the development plan that you guys have. So, are you planning to, for example, let's say, import capabilities for 3D meshes, and then import textures, and so that those can be applied within 3D meshes or the models that you have imported, and then private label them? Because one business use case that I can think of, there are a lot of users who do drop shipping or do private labeling for different vendors, like for example for Amazon. And what they do is they tend to go for different products, and then they private label them. All of that usually happens in China, and then those items are actually exported from China to Pakistan, or to US for where they actually sell them. So for example, I think it'll be really useful if they're able to, import 3D models and try to see how they private label them. This could be a good use case for the product as well.
Yeah.
So is there? Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I got your question, Sumit. So basically, yes, the 3D marketplace is one of the things even which we have thought of it, and we are discussing about that, but we are not concluded it. We'll do some research how practically it will work, because certain factors which we need to be think. I'll walk through with you what we have thought of it, and but it is part of our future list, Sumit. We keep that. But as a platform, yes, it's provide all the features as you said. You can upload your textures as a business users, and you can change the texture of your product and materials of your product. That's right now we have a features, but now we are seeing in the next level of how to enhance it, how it can be more user friendly in terms of in the marketplace and dropship scenarios as well.
Got it. All right.
Yep.
Thank you.
Hey, Mahavir, a good product. So, right now it looks like, the target is B2B. In future, are you going to go ahead and enhance it to, support B2C also?
No, it is in B2C as well and B2B as well. Both it will be the FJ.
Okay.
So mainly
then-
I'm emphasizing more on B2B, because right now that is a growth we could see and the customers want to see. Because why I'm saying in B2B here, this customizable and configurable and personalization product, which most of the companies don't have a inventory. So it maybe go for a quote, or maybe it comes with a lead time of the products. That's where we are
Mhm.
considering is most of the scenarios of B2B, because this is not stocked product, right? It's not, they don't have inventory. If you do any personalization on top of the product, you may have a lead time to get next to 5 days or 6 days. The manufacturing has to be generated it and delivered to you. That is the factors which we are considering. So that's why I'm trying to emphasize in B2B, but typically it will work in B2C scenario as well.
Got it. Yeah, maybe there are some minor tweaks required
Yep.
here and there. I'll send you maybe a link of another similar solution, and then you can have a look at it, and then you'll kind of get some insights on it, and we can connect after this if you want to.
Sure. Okay. Makes sense. Yep. We share the information, so that definitely will be useful for us.
Sure.
They asked on the chat, like, are we looking into generative designing? Like, users just enter their requirements and it generates, rather than going through all the parameters and designing it. It's in a way designing it yourself, but you just give in a simple requirement and it generates the design.
We are thinking of it. We are thinking, try to use our chat GPT for that. But that's a different ball game. Yep, of course. So that's what like AML, we try to add those features also on top of our product and artificial intelligence features. But yeah, as you said, we need to see the use cases, how the customers and business can be comfort on the use cases and see. That's where there's multiple factors would be there, right? But already ChatGPT is doing that part, right? So they're already creating an images, but it is not like a 3-dimensional images, the 2D images, giving some text statistics, and they're converting text into the images already. The DALL-E is doing the part actually. Any other questions, Tim? Okay, so no questions. Thanks everyone. It's a great time for you to learn that. And take a moment to
Thank you, Mahavir.
and everyone. So have a great day, guys, and a happy weekend.
Thank you, Mahavir. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone
Thank you,
for joining.
everyone.